hard, fast hands. And this is a story about one such man.
Are you an aggressive person?
Well, competitive. There's 5 boys in my family, and I'm the oldest, and we're all pretty competitive. We're not really aggressive. We just like the competition, of surviving, doing something that not many other people can do.
His name, Gordy Racette, a name that meant nothing to boxing fans until someone decided to put together a series of amateur fights on the West Coast. Gordy entered the So You Think You're Tough matches. No one could beat him, so he turned professional. Now he has 23 fights under his belt, and he hasn't lost one. Gordy Racette is now the Pacific Northwest champion heavyweight boxer. He's currently ranked the #2 contender in Canada.
I've been in sports all my life, and basically all I've ever wanted to do is be a professional. And my avenues were closing pretty rapidly, and then these So You Think You're Toughs came up, and they said they didn't want me to fight anymore unless I turned pro. Oh, I've played hockey, baseball, rugby, lacrosse. It's just about all the contact sports, basically. I like contact, and so I more or less just got into the contact sports, and that's basically what I've played most of my life. I'm not a boxer. That irks me. People calling me a boxer. I don't mind. I can box, but I'm not a boxer. If I was to label myself, I'd like to be known as a fighter, because fighting is being able to fight under different situations, and that's what I can do. I just can't get into being a boxer as, like you see, example, Rocky and all that sort of are good, I guess, but different strokes for different folks. Stuff like that doesn't...
Trainer Tony Dowling has been sending Gordy more and more to the States to work out with fighters there. Racette just cannot find adequate sparring partners here. Dowling, an ex-boxer himself, has been around the fight game for a long time.
There's no bullshit in the fight game. It's a very straightforward game. It's a lot of politics. The main thing is you have to have a product. It's clean cut. And you have to have connections. And I have the connections. He's clean cut. I'm not. I got the connections. I've been there. I've been in the fight game all my life. I love it. It's my life.
What connections?
People in the boxing business. In other words, managers, fighters, promoters, agents, matchmakers. You have to know boxing to move a fighter.
Finish! Finish! Time! Time! Good.
He's got the endurance, right? The only thing I have to work on is experience. He needs polish. He's been fighting for 18 months now. And in 18 months, he's come one hell of a long way. We want Trevor Berbick right now, and he's #7 in the world.
Beautiful.
Berbick will fall just like the rest of them, even sooner. Now, who has Trevor Berbick fought?
Yeah.
Trevor Berbick fought Shirley Temple, his granny, his sister, his mother-in-law, the usual. There's only one man in the world I worry about right now as regards Gordy Racette, and that's Larry Holmes. And people might say, well, why doesn't he fight a big name? What kind of money is he going to get for fighting a big name right now? Trevor Berbick is getting $250,000 to fight Larry Holmes. How come only $250,000 when the rest of these men get $2 and $3 and $4 million? Simply because his name isn't big enough. He'll be history next year. Gordy Racette will carry on.
Come on, the ring is yours. The ring is yours.
I can beat Trevor Berbick. Yeah, I've got his number. I know what he's about. And I could beat him. Once I step into the ring, it's him or me, and I'm going to walk out because I'm not laying down for nobody. And I've been in competition all my life, and if you don't come out a winner, geez, to get into a different sport.
Gordy, what does it feel like to have some guy punching the hell out of your face?
Imagine how it would feel like. That's what it feels like.
How does it feel to you?
Well, I don't usually get my face punched in, but I can imagine. And I wouldn't like it at all. I think about it quite often, actually. Well, actually, I've thought about it all my life. That's why I got into self-defense, martial arts, fighting, to defend myself. Stuff like that freaks me out. I'm paranoid. That's one thing that doesn't agree with me, you know, the possibility of getting hurt. So that motivates me to be that much better, hopefully, than he is.
Racette is not absorbed by the fight game. His life hasn't been taken over by the sport. When he feels his body needs a workout, he trains. And he doesn't concern himself with all the technical aspects of boxing. There had been a swirl of controversy in Canada when Cleveland Denny died following a fight with Gaetan Hart in Montreal last year. Critics charged it was the overtaping of Hart's hands that resulted in the fatal blow to Denny.
Oh, heavy taping of the hands. I don't give a damn what they put in their hands. Look, they say put a yard, put 3 feet, put 2 feet of tape. It's not going to make that much difference. It really isn't. There's been more people killed playing rugby in South Africa or Australia last year than there has in 20 years of fighting. Simple as that.
You know, getting into it. It's really nice. Holy shit. This reminds me of something.
For a guy who uses fists, Racette leads a fairly quiet life. He spends most of his leisure time at home or training. But once in a while, he steps out to the bar with his manager. But Dowling has the beer. Racette sticks to a soft drink.
I'm a TV nut. I watch TV. That's about it. I don't go out very much anymore. I worked in, while I was going through school, it was easy for me to get a job in bars, cabarets, nightclubs, things like that. It was because of my experience, my size, and everything else. So I just kind of got sick of bars, cabarets, and nightclubs, so I don't go out too much.
Racette is slowly but surely making his way up the ladder. Last Friday, he sat in the dressing room of the Frank Crane Arena in Nanaimo, preparing himself for the toughest fight of his career. For this night, he takes on Cookie Wallace of Texas, a veteran of the ring, who has taken on champions like Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, and John Tate. Wallace has never been knocked out. Gordy, who has won 13 of his last 21 fights by first-round knockout, knows he has his work cut out for him if he wants to continue that record.
Take off, so don't. You guys come on, let's bring it home.
Hey, if I lose, tell George to kick the shit out of me.
Man, I know it's like
So now the real preparation starts, the mental preparation.
Concentration is basically what I'll get right into. Say half an hour before the fight, I'll start getting really quiet up to about, say, 15 minutes before I actually get into the ring. I don't say anything. I'm off in space someplace. People will be talking to me and I don't hear them. What I'm thinking about is, well, in martial arts, I was into power and breaking techniques. And you have to have concentration to do this. You have to think of this brick or cement block breaking, you know, and watching it fall in two pieces. And just before the fight, that's what I think about is my opponent being nothing but a big block of cement with arms that is trying to hit me. So when I think of hitting him, I think of the dust flying or something breaking in two, and vice versa when I think of taking the punishment, not feeling it, of more like, I guess, self-hypnosis. When I get into the ring and the bell rings, click, I get turned on. I'm on. It's him or me, and I know it's not going to be me, and that's about it. I've trained. I'm in shape. I know what I can do. I don't feel pain, and go out there and try to get out of there as soon as I can. It's kind of scary, you know. Somebody's trying to punch your head out. I don't like that. I never take my eyes off my opponent. Now, in between rounds, I'll never take my eyes off them. And I've been finding out that it does have an effect on them. You know, you could see it. You know, you can't see on the outside, but on the inside, it's like you could see through the skin and everything. You can watch him with it.
Take your time. Do it your way now. You got it. The only way he can beat you now is to punch you in the fucking ropes. Stay away from the ropes, man. Okay, you're the boss.
When you start getting thousands of people to pay to watch you do your thing, it becomes business, big business. And every business has their little soldiers to run it, and I'm just a soldier, just doing my job.